Hello there, everyone. Shut up, Jonno. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Super Cast Brothers, the only Smash Brothers podcast. Well, I will start it when Jonno is not ready, because sometimes I have to in order to get the ball rolling. It's our sort of final episode of the season. The only reason I say sort of is because, well, there's still the Roster Redux project, so there will be like the final episode of Roster Redux will release like a week after this episode. But effectively, this is the final episode of the season. And we got to guess, as we do for Tournament of Champions episodes, because that's what this episode is. It's our finale. We always have the Tournament of Champions here. So we need the guests to break ties, because otherwise, Jonno and I will have a repeat of Season 1 where we end up just deadlocking and hating each other. So, hi, welcome, Flamezone. Thank you for joining Zantok. That's me, and Jonno, that's him.
Yeah, Deadlock and Wolverine. Hello. Greetings.
No, at this point, excited to be on for an ultimate tournament. I think this is my first one of this format. So I wonder if I've been on every format now with this after this show.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call Ultimate Tournament a different format. It's more of an evolution. It's more like a subtype of Smash Dashes. And if you want to go that far, well, there's also there's the regular 1v1 Smash Dashes. There's Tournament of Champions, but there's also the Battle Royale, and then there's the three-way battles. And you haven't done it. I don't think you've done it. Actually, wait, were you on the only three-way battle we've ever done? Shit, you may have been. Oh my god. Oh no, we did. No, you were not. You were not on those three battles. So, you haven't been on that. Maybe
one day.
Let me have my moment.
The Flamezone Battle Royale.
I'm excited to be here. Excited to see some
Eric
matchups.
the Flame versus Colton Chillzone versus Kavina versus Austin Weens.
Nice.
I remember
that sounds like a great matchup.
I couldn't remember Austin's name at first. I was just like, there was one with a long tongue that was like a spiked tongue. Who was that? Austin. That's who that was.
I like how you both got caught up on Ultimate Tournament. That was something else entirely. Tournament of Champions is what we're doing today.
Yes. Ultimate Tournament was
right.
A callback indeed. A callback indeed.
An RP tournament of the distant past, which fell in it's funnily enough, the Ultimate Tournament fell in its own battle of combat against the mystery deleter. To this day, we don't know who that was. We have theories. We know. We just don't know. It was DK3.
Yeah.
Who else could it have been? Because it was either DK3, me, Jonno, or Eva, and it wasn't me or Jonno, and it wasn't Eva. So who else could it have
been? Eat your heart up, DK3. Hello, if you're watching.
There's no fucking way. DK3, if you are watching, go to the YouTube video right now and say what Jonno say what Jonno made hard coded into the CSS of the forum admin panel. That's how we will know you're really DK3.
There you go. That'll be so great if that came to fruition. My gosh. But yeah, what a fabulous show we have today with our dear friend Eric the Flame, Mr. Flamezone himself, from that Mercurius era, our dear old friend who will be here. This is his first Tournament of Champions. He will be helping us discern how many matchups today. Choose between what until we get to an ultimate winner?
16, 17, something like that. I think it's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. We'll
16.
No. We also have a third place matchup.
17 man. Okay, this will be quite the episode.
Oh, it'll be fine. Yeah. Our other old Tournament of Champions have been fine.
That's the first one, as you mentioned.
Yes. So if you haven't watched a Tournament of Champions episode before, how this is going to work is throughout the season we've had various Smash Dash episodes where we pitted characters against each other. We picked who we would add into Smash and whose hopes we would dash, and we are taking now the winners of all those matchups, putting them in a randomized tournament bracket of which neither Flamezone nor Jonno knows what the matchups are going to be. And we will go through each one until we have our winner of the whole season of all the characters that we had for Smash Us this year. Who do we have to smash? In previous years, let's just go over previous winners. In Season 1, our winner was Midna from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Season 2 was Phoenix Wright from the Ace Attorney series. Season 3 was Dante from Devil May Cry. And Season 4 was Sly Cooper from, well, Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
I like Sly Cooper.
What do you think of those winners, Eric?
All terrible. Terrible choices.
Get the fuck out.
No, they're all great.
So you're here today to help us rectify our horror mistakes.
I'm here to get a certain paperclip to the top.
Oh, God. Jesus
Very
Christ.
good. If only we had you back on this show with when we were doing Tony Hawk. Yeah. Maybe we could have gotten him over the edge.
That was the biggest letdown I've ever seen.
Me too.
Are you sure? Because the biggest letdown I've ever seen was you.
Oh my gosh. You always abuse your guests like this on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not true. Okay. Also Ebit. Also Ebit. Okay.
Just there's a Canadian.
And we have Trail.
Okay.
What about Trevor?
Have we abused Trevor on this show?
No, unless you count the roster. Unless you count his Dynablade roster.
That we did abuse. But that was also not on podcast. That was pre-show.
That was pretty great. That was one of my season moments right there.
Yeah.
In all honesty, though, I am excited to see go through these and kind of see how they stack up because, like, without spoiling too much, like, just kind of it's definitely a mixed bag of some really, really solid choices and some really, really interesting ones, I will say.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
But what I'll add to that is, yeah, you don't know, like, how these brackets will turn out. They're randomized by Zantok, and it may be that one of the oddball choices makes it, e.g. Tony Hawk in third place.
Yeah. And like,
sometimes things happen.
If you look at the characters today in a vacuum, it's like, yeah, discussing the Oree from Tim Tim or Phosphora from Kid Icarus Uprising, like, that's weird. Why are they even in discussion here? It's like, well, for Oree, he was part of an episode where it was a battle royale of non-Pokemon monster catching games. And for Phosphora, well, she was literally chosen by a spinning RNG wheel to go up against another randomly chosen contestant when it was her versus Mallow from Mario RPG. Which is funny.
I can't believe that was random. That was, like, so good.
I know, right? It's wild. It's between the two of them. Like, we went Phosphora because more interesting personality and animation-wise than Mallow, largely. Now, will she make it far today? Probably not. It could happen.
We'll see.
Probably not.
Eric's a big Phosphora fan. I mean, that's part of why I brought him here. It's a wild card with different opinions than us. Well, we'll see what happens.
So I guess I'll go ahead. Actually, no. We need to do something else first. We need to go talk about Rate Their Chances. So we started doing these back in Season 3. And what we do now is that before we get into the Tournament of Champions arc, we're just going to go over briefly what the top 10 characters were that we discussed in Rate Their Chances this season that had the highest odds. So it might sound weird to be like, really? These are the characters that are like, you think these are the most likely in the Smash? Like, no. These are the characters that we discussed over the past year that we think are most likely to get in Smash. So, like, Season 3, we talked about Tom Nook, and we gave him a really high chance. But Tom Nook's not going to be mentioned today, because that was 2 years ago. And Flamezone doesn't know who we didn't Rate Their Chances. He's going to be like, what? You did that? It's like, yes, we did, sir.
Flamezone has some thoughts on Tom Nook, too, I hear, but I'll get to that another time.
Maybe we'll discuss Tom Nook again another day. Probably not, though. There's no need to. There's no need to. We already did it. And I don't think there's going to be anything that will come up to change your opinion on Tom Nook.
Oh, well, I mean, he brought up a pretty good point to me the other day.
What?
How's he move around with all his money bags?
What?
I'll have to tell you later. I'll have to tell you off stream there, Lister.
I don't like when I'm
he's
the
a
one who's
floaty
inside the
character.
joke.
A floaty character.
There's 5 jumps.
Oh dear. Okay. Anyways. So our season 5 Rate the Chances top 10 Flamezone and viewers. Number 10 at 35% chance, Knuckles the Echidna.
Huh? You need a way into the top 10. Nice take.
Yeah. 35 seems high, but
it's the question of like we kind of think that it's like, yeah, a Sonic, another Sonic character is a good odds. It's just trying to figure out which ones. It's like, oh god, who could it be? Yeah. Number 9 though, at 42.5% chance, is Tetra from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Respectable.
Yes.
Kind of it'd be great if it aligned with like a re-release of the Wind Waker HD, of course.
It would be nice if Nintendo would get off their fucking ass. We know it exists, Nintendo. Release it.
It's like Metroid Prime. Like, where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Took forever.
Tied with Tetra at 42.5% is Mock Rider from the NES Mock Rider.
Ebit must have been on that episode, hey?
Funnily enough, we only had one guest Smash Dash episode this season, and it was the annual Kelly Jelly special. I realized this like halfway through the season. It's like, oh wow, we have like no guests on Smash Dashes this year. That's really weird.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh well. It's too late now. That would have been a great way to not have some of Jonno's ties.
Oh, buddy, that was a great season for ties.
I hate you.
We'll get there. It's a beautiful
retrospect. It makes it very hard for scheduling episodes.
Yeah,
we did it though. Yeah, Mock Rider. What?
Mock Rider. Oh, sorry.
No, you were gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say Mock Rider feels like one of the last like OG Nintendo NES games that could still be used as a retro pick or Balloon Fighter. But.
Yeah, I feel like it's like Balloon Fighter, Lip, Mock Rider, Takamaru. I feel like it's like that foursome.
And two of those are like Japanese, either exclusive or like primary, right?
Yeah.
Panel de Pon.
I like the callback that Eric brought in, like an asterisk to mention Balloon Fighter. You can tell that he's keeping up with Roster Redux episodes they're releasing.
I'm having war flashbacks right now.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to move on from that. At number 7, 52.5% chance, Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, buddy. Baby Crashing.
If ever there was a Sony one, that'd be it.
But it's not Sony anymore.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I'm sorry.
This is what makes Crash so complicated, is that he is a classic PS1 icon, but he is now owned by Microsoft. Like, what?
Oh, yeah. Huh. Well,
it's weird.
It's a way to skirt it. At least it probably justifies the percentage more, to be honest. Like,
yeah. Considering how Sony is still in its not playing nice phase.
Yep.
Weird.
That's so old school. They're like 30 years past due.
Mm-hmm.
For change.
At number 6, with 55% chance of becoming playable, the Dragonborn from Skyrim.
Eric's got a face of thought and possible approval.
Cope.
You say cope?
Yeah.
I mean, my big argument is the game is popular in Japan, but also it's been re-released on pretty much every single console since its initial release.
I played it on my fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on your fridge. It's on your Alexa. Nice. God.
Yeah. On your Apple Watch.
It's on you.
It's on.
I played Skyrim on Lister just last night.
It's like a Teletubby. It's like a Teletubby.
Is that why we're doing Wheel of Cheese? God damn it! You know I don't like cheese that much.
That's also true. That's why you don't like Five Guys.
It was
too expensive now.
Yeah. What was that?
What you get?
Everybody talks like, "Oh, this is the best burger place." Yeah, this place, and I was just like, "This is normal. What the hell are you on about? If this is your best, I fear what else you have." Number five.
Best burger in New York.
I think this might excite Flamezone a little bit. At 57.5%, Tiki.
Nice. That's the best Manakete Fire Emblem rep they could pick.
I mean, who else is it gonna be? Myrrh? Naui? Come on.
Medeus.
I mean, Medeus I'd be down with.
Yeah, Medeus.
Yeah.
Like for that one, it was like, okay, I don't think we're gonna get a Lear. I think even for Nintendo and Sakurai, Lear is too similar to everything else. I don't think it's anything really unique to do with Lear besides, oh look, he can summon another fucking Marth. If Sigurd was his main one, it might be a different conversation. But I don't think a Lear will happen. It's like, okay, so if it's not a Lear, the next time I'm rep, you look to an older game, and Tiki is the pick. Easy.
Yeah.
Number 4, just barely above Tiki at 57.6%.
Dang.
Bandanity. People say it's the obvious choice, but also Sakurai seems content to ignore modern Kirby. So it's like, which is going to win out?
Yeah, it seems like the well for Kirby characters seems quite shallow. Hey, but he has been like a consistent fourth player in like the multiplayer Kirby games, so
yeah,
makes sense.
All right, at our number 3 character, 62% chance. There might be some arguing.
Oh,
Waluigi.
No
argument there. I loved when he came on our show to start the season.
Oh, I was thinking you might think it should be higher.
Yeah, he should. I mean, with all that I learned about him, interviewing him, there's to be there.
I mean, John, you say it should be higher. You gave him a 64% rating.
Yeah.
You didn't go too high.
I'll give him an 87.
I would not go that high.
Yeah, there's a chance that this is like keeps it going, and first assist trophy revealed every game just almost has like a meme.
Man, at that point, if he's revealed as the first assist trophy for the next Smash, you know it's never going to happen. He will never be playable at that rate.
You know that Sakurai has a blood vendetta against people like us. It's
possible.
Filth.
It's possible, actually.
You played Waluigi's Foot Pult and you liked it. Fools.
I wish you would stop bringing that up.
That's
disgusting. Yeah, it
honestly leave it in this season.
Yeah, please leave it in this season. Number 2.
Wamba.
At 70. No! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get out of here!
I knew it'd be number 2.
If Mwamba ever gets to rate their chances, I will automatically fill in everybody's response as a 1%. I don't care what Jonno says in the moment. Man. It will be 1%. And that's generous.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Thanks for doing my job for me.
Speaking of jokes that need to remain in this season and not go into season 6.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Speaking of
number 2. Our number 2 character at 70% chance of being added to the next Smash game. Geno.
Yeah, nice.
With the Mario RPG
especially with the remake.
Yeah. If remake hadn't happened, it would be so much lower. He would probably
like
not
40
be top 10.
minus.
Oh, I would probably give him like 10 to 20 without remake.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But
they heard the fans and made it happen. And
our number one character of all the characters we discussed in Rate Their Chances this year that we think has the best chances of becoming playable in the next Smash game at 71.3% chance.
That's close, Gina.
Big Boss / Naked Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
Eric's like, what?
Like an Echo Fighter Snake? Or...
Yeah, Echo Fighter. Obviously,
okay.
That's a large reason why. Without the Echo Fighter or clone type of label, no. But with that, yeah. It's a really easy choice. Like, it makes more sense than Liquid or fucking Solidus. And it's not going to be Venom. It would be Big Boss or Naked Snake.
It'll be Raiden.
What to call him. Raiden would also not work as an Echo Fighter.
Instead of the Denja. You're like, oh, here he is from MGS2.
Even MGS2 Raiden, I would not put as... First of all, if you make MGS2 Raiden and not MGS Modern Raiden, you're an idiot.
Oh, people would
First
be
of
pissed.
all,
I know.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
There's something kind of funny about like having Big Boss be like the first actual clone fighter.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Like really cool.
But funnily enough, when compared to all of our characters that we did also in Season 3 and Season 4, Big Boss Naked Snake only rings in at number 9.
Oh wow.
Of everyone we've done so far.
Year.
Yeah, the last 2 seasons we had people that we were a lot higher up, like Tom Nook, Octoling, Dixie Kong, Tails. One of the 2 times we talked about Tails because we talked about him twice by mistake. Oops, our bad.
Tom Nook is the number 1 across the board, isn't he? Or he's close to it.
He's number 2.
I feel like Dixie Kong has to be up there though too. That's like the next DK character. I feel like unless like a new game comes out.
Dixie Kong is number 5 overall.
Yeah. So what other Donkey Kong characters can they draw from now?
Oh, Big Boss is actually number 8, number 9. I got that wrong. But yeah, Tom Nook is number 2. Dixie Kong is number 5. Octoling is number 1.
Metal Gear.
That makes sense.
Splatoon's popularity, easy Echo Fighter. It just makes sense.
Psycho Mantis.
Sniper Wolf.
You said it's going to be a pure... Okay.
Meryl.
It's going to be a pure Echo, but his standard will be Crocodile or something.
Go Pikachu.
Gold Pikachu.
Oh, he's smoking a cigarette. Pokemon trainer.
Pikachu Libre.
Baby Detective Rosalina.
Baby Detective Rosalina. Oh. Rose Gold Baby Toad.
Mwamba. Oh my god.
And we are moving on. All right. So that's our Rate Their Chances roundup of the season. So now we can finally get into the actual Tournament of Champions itself. We have a few matchups here we're going to get through. Not necessarily speed run, but we're also not going to spend forever on them.
This really is the Tournament of Champions.
Yes. So, you boys ready to hear our very first matchup and how we're going to begin this shit?
I was born ready,
I guess we should say who all the characters are going to be first. That might be a little...
I like that Eric's headphones are like the Switch Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I noticed that too, when he got on video.
Very nice. Oh!
Hold on.
I'm sorry, did I just see a fucking apple on those headphones? Oh, okay.
There you
go. There's it actually is Switch headphones. Okay.
They're bootleg.
Good. So, a real quick rundown going in order of the season. The characters going to be in the Tournament of Champions tonight. We have Andy from Advance Wars. We have Adol Christin from Ys. Noah from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Lip from Panel de Pon. Duster from Mother 3. 9volt from WarioWare, Agumon from Digimon, Oree from Tim Tim, Phosphora from Kid Icarus Uprising, Donkey Kong Jr. from the classic Donkey Kong arcade games, Guardian Druid from World of Warcraft, Paper Mario from the Paper Mario series, The Adventurer from RuneScape, Zero from Xenoscape, and Hatchling from Nanosaur 2. Which one is the weirdest one in this list? Is somebody missing?
Yeah.
Who's missing?
Our favorite Microsoft assistant.
The last.
Unless John is trolling.
Anubis II and Clippy.
Shoot! I needed to scroll down a little bit. Yes, Anubis II from the illustrious library of games made by Data Digital Interactive. Oh boy! And Clippy from Microsoft Office.
Hey, Clippy,
I need to just scroll down a little. I missed those. It happens.
Clippy pops up. Do you need help with that?
Yeah, I do.
You need help with that.
I need. Listen, can you offer mental help?
Oh, brother.
Talk.
What about emotional?
Clippy can offer mental health, ish. Anyway,
ish. All right. With that out of the way, our first matchup of the night is Duster from Earthbound or Mother 3, Earthbound 2, you could call it, versus Clippy.
Oh no. No.
God,
right away. It's a paperclip versus the guy that uses giant wall staples.
Listen, in Clippy's defense,
go on. Please make the Clippy pitch.
Duster's helpful, but Clippy's helpfuler.
Is he? Is he? Is Clippy helpfuler?
Sorry,
Clippy helpfuler. Oh my! There's the reel. There's the promo clip for this episode. Oh my gosh. We had a great discussion about Clippy, honestly, when we talked about what Clippy could potentially do as a Smash fighter.
There's a lot. You can do a lot of
there's a lot. Just the unique quality of being a giant paperclip with two eyes and having that be the character. Clippy could use himself as his own boomerang. He can float. He can manipulate his clippiness into different forms, which he apparently does in Windows 94 as well. I don't remember, or 97. I don't remember that.
He can turn into a bike. He can fully unstring himself.
Yeah. So there's a reason why he beat the AOL guy. There's just a lot that you can do with Clippy's body. It's very maneuverable. Yeah, you can manipulate Clippy's body in very unique ways. It makes it interesting.
Just not take that out of context.
You got what I was putting out there. But and then there's Duster, who's an actual character with various moves that are already pre-established and are ready and varied. So
he's got the rope snake he can take back away from Lucas. He's got the giant wall staples that he could throw, shoot.
What's funny is that Duster can take Clippy and just treat him like another giant wall staple. Just throw him up against a wall and climb up like a ladder.
It might be on brand to be that wacky.
Yeah, and he I don't know. I like the idea of Duster. He's like a lucky thief kind of character. He's very, very aloof and he's the father of the rope snake, in fact, and he's a musician. He goes undercover as a pig mask army dude. There's a lot that he does in participating in that story. It's pretty entertaining. But Clippy is Clippy. There's a certain iconicity to that character. You could say Clippy is more iconic and well known and more famous than Duster.
John, I don't think you can say that. I think that's just fact.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah.
The Microsoft, Nintendo relationship's going really great right now. I mean, Microsoft could use another rep.
Microsoft has killed Clippy twice, though. They've killed him twice.
Throwback pick. It's a throwback. It's like the NES is all,
Mm-hmm. Apparently, there's a magic carpet Clippy can ride as well. Oh, Clippy also has a variety of different friends, like dogs and some
wizards
gangster
and
thugs from the mafia.
What? There's none of the helpers are mafia or gangsters.
I thought he was Mr. Joe LaPesci.
What are you talking about?
from the Bronx in the pinstripe suit.
No.
He says, "Hey, I think you need a helper writing that email."
There's no Jonno. For that episode, I looked at what all the helpers were. There is no Joe whatever. There's no mafia person or anything like that.
Hey, come on, listen.
We got a lot of matchups to go through. Keep it together.
Okay, who you guys voting for?
Oh my gosh.
My vote is for Duster. It's obvious. Jonno?
Clippy.
I
Flamezone.
gotta give it to Duster. I'm sorry. I can't let this happen. I can't let it happen.
Thank you.
But I really want to.
Joe, I thought you could do us no wrong.
I do like that there was build-up of, like, before we got into this, like, oh yeah, Flamezone's gonna defend the hell out of Clippy, and he's gonna push him forward, and then immediately it's like, I'm sorry, little one.
Superimpose Eric's face over Thanos's. Oh boy.
But we'll go from that matchup. And because there are 17 competitors in this bracket, there had to be one. I can never remember the word, but one matchup that had to go before we had the actual round one.
Mm-hmm.
And that means Duster is going up again. And Duster's new opponent, it's Adol Christin from Ys.
Oh, nice.
So I've never played those series of games, but like, from what I understand, like, he's the main protagonist in like all of them, right, or near all of them.
Yeah. And I don't think. I think each, like, there are some sequelness in between some of them, but they're also like individual stories, just like about this guy. And I think I'm not sure if it's like a Zelda situation,
Silent
like there's a timeline, or if there's like just like each game is like a different story.
Multiverse.
I don't know.
It's a little bit of both. So, I from what I recall, I could be dead wrong, but from what I recall from that episode where we researched this, Ys, they're the tales of Ys, and they're the tales of Adol. So they're told from the perspective of a narrator who's like looking back at a legend from who knows what.
So it's like King Arthur.
There's
a lot of different conflicting tales about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Right.
That's cool.
What I like about Adol, and why I voted for him, that was the first tiebreaker of the season, the first of many. Why I voted for him at the time was, at first glance, he's another RPG sword fighter, but at least he doesn't have blue hair. He's a redhead, so there's a start.
Oh, so it's Roy.
But yeah, and he has a shield too. But no, he has a variety of different weapons. He can use a dog, can use a scythe. Merely touching you can cause damage if you go back to the TurboGrafx days. But also he has like this whole sub story where in later games, like, he's becoming more of like a dark magic user, and there's like a underbelly to the character that's a little darker. So coming from that perspective of like, oh, he is almost an anti-hero in some of these games, and kind of like a Gary level situation, but pushing that envelope a little bit further. It's like, oh, that's appealing.
Where interesting. Did he use the scythe? Because I'm looking at his wiki page, and it's just like, okay, here's his list of weapons across, maybe not every game, but across several of the games, and everything is sword.
Let me see.
But it is all variations of short swords.
was in Lacrimosa of Dana, wasn't it?
Lacrimosa is not.
Oh wait, that was the. No, that. Oh no. Yes, there it is. It's not called a scythe though. It's called an anchor, which is weird because you look at the picture and it's just a scythe. It's like a hammer, kind of.
Nothing
Actually,
is listed here. Like,
odd.
I want to check out these games a bit. I've heard about them quite a bit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
think
there is a new one that's supposed to be either coming out or getting its localization sometime soonish.
Yeah, I just think like, in respect to the series and like how many iterations you can draw from, like Yup says, like Duster's really interesting as like that thief you mentioned, originator of the rope snake, interesting gadgets and stuff, but like, his whole like Adol's like whole history there. I think that it's an easy one for Adol in this instance, just in respect to the series, because like Duster, it wouldn't even be like my second choice from other three, but so I'm just gonna.
He would probably be up there for me for number 3 personally. But then again, I like the weird.
I think Kumatora would be my number 2.
I think I would go. I mean, if we say Porky isn't just a mode 3 character,
Porky. Sure.
I would probably say Masked Man because villain and also lightning sword. That's cool.
Yeah.
But then I would probably go Duster because hey, look, Kumatora is like, oh, it's another PSI user. Duster is like, no, I'm one of the few non-PSI users in the franchise.
Well, I guess fair. But what's weird about Smash though is that like Ness and Lucas are doing PK abilities that they shouldn't be doing. They basically ripped off.
They're using Paula and Kumatora's moves.
And Kumatora.
Yeah, so Kumatora would have to use Lucas's.
Only healing.
I would choose I would choose Boney, of course.
Not Flint, just Boney.
That's Boney riding on Flint riding on Boney's back like a horse.
Okay.
Boney riding on Flint's back like a horse.
But yeah, just to go over Adult a bit, like he does have like varying roles. And like I think the picture that I have on the screen for him, he was more of a anti-hero in that game, a bit villainous. But he is primarily a sword boy, has a lot of like spinning moves, slashes, thrust, basic sword shit, but he has these in like these established special moves: Earthshaker, aerial thrust, sword dance, power smash, dominator, pentagram. So he has like these established. I think he also has like some degree of magic, but I'm not seeing it listed where I'm looking, so I can't really confirm on that. I think it might be something might have been like wind or adjacent, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing that in front of me, so I don't want to.
And when he's an anti-hero, is he still the main protagonist? Like, you still play as him when he's doing dark magics and stuff? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah, so the character is definitely more appealing than he looks. I'll give him that credit. But we're gonna say Flamezone?
Oh, I'll cast it for a doll here.
Okay,
that's what I'd vote for between the two.
What say you, old talk?
For me, I'm going to go with Duster because I'd like to have a character that's not PSI, and Adol, while he does have, he's a good new third-party character, he's another one that's like, it's another primary sword boy. We've got a lot of primary sword boys.
Makes it hard for me because I am with you guys both on your points. Nihon and Falcon, if they're a classic company, if they had that outward unexpected representation, kind of like SNK got with Terry, it would be warranted. Like a doll being in would be sensible. It would feel right. But Duster is an oddball choice, and he's pretty appealing to me just in the character that he is, and the different. He fights with a giant staple. So I guess we'll leave it to the magic roulette. And I choose I choose what feels right in the air. I didn't expect this. Duster.
Respectable. I'm not upset.
Yeah. Not a lot anyway. The knight is too young to get upset.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, Duster's already got 2 victories. We'll see what happens in the next round, but first we got to get through the rest of this first round. So, oh boy. So next matchup is Donkey Kong Jr.
Fuck.
versus
Tempers.
Andy from Advanced.
Oh. And this is completely randomized.
Yes.
Completely randomized.
I'm sorry.
Wow. You want to make this quick and easy?
I'm not saying anything. I'm backing off for the moment. I'll let Flamezone get in this one.
Stay tuned for roster redux in a couple of weeks, everyone. There will be some interesting discussion there relating to some of the characters. Actually, I think both. No, some of the characters we're talking about tonight.
I think Andy's episode is already released.
Yeah, Andy's there. Andy's in.
Well, but release both recording time and this episode's time.
I thought the last one was a Wii one.
Wii U actually just went live today.
Yes.
Okay, I have to actually watch it. I've been keeping up.
It's long. Good luck.
So for everyone keeping tabs at home, now they know the exact day that we're recording this episode.
Yep.
August 3rd, everyone. Hello, October. It's warm out here.
Anyways, so Jonno, do you want to say who you?
I want to hear what John's thinking.
Okay. Let's go over the characters, right? Like Andy has we talked about him in the scope of Smash or Dash this year, and we've had previous discussions as well on roster read, blah blah blah. There's been a lot of Andy this season. Where we landed with his victory in Smash or Dash. I'm looking back at his original matchup here. Where is that? Oh, he was up against Lloyd. That's funny. Okay. So we went with Andy over Lloyd because it's an RPG adjacent series. It's a strategy RPG. But Advanced Wars is a second part of the Nintendo franchise. He's an engineer. He focuses on healing and summoning units and can operate from his tank probably. There's a lot there that could be unique to Smash in terms of his character. And Advanced Wars had a release that was kind of muffled by real world events, unfortunately, with its Switch debut. But it is still a series that Nintendo is aware of. They're not casting it totally to the fire just yet. So there's a lot going for it. It's still a modern franchise. On top of Andy being a pretty unique fighter. Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. He is an ape in a tank top.
My favorite racer.
I feel like he'd be about
and Mario Kart
a little bit bigger than Diddy Kong, but significantly heavier than Diddy Kong.
Yeah. It's a callback to older times. There's a lot of contention there. Like in the initial roster redux episode, where it's like, there's a world where legitimately DK Jr. was of a certain status
caliber
that he could have. Yeah, he was of a certain caliber, right there with DK. I still look back at that episode and I'm like, you and Jake were wrong, but I mean, we'll just move on. But yeah, if you want a retro puzzle character, harken back to DK's history. It's not a bad character to do. I mean, he would fit in with the Smash roster. The issue is he's up against Andy, and there is no way forward for DK Jr. Realistically, I mean, my God.
I mean, DK Jr. can climb vines. He can swing on vines. He can swing a tennis racket. He can race a go-kart. He can do math. Andy can throw a wrench. and summon army people and make tanks fire.
Yeah, DK Jr. can swing on the army men. Show them what's good. Orange Star HQ ain't got nothing on the jungle fever. He's gonna put Andy in a cage and hold the key.
Lock him up.
Oh wait, that was Mario. He was the bad guy. My God.
Yeah, who's the guy that uses the bug spray?
Stanley.
Stanley. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't DK Jr. the villain of that game?
Yeah, Junior was the villain of that game.
DK was. DK was.
Oh, was it DK?
Oh, DK
was Junior.
Well, the Kongs have a long history. I mean, the initial DK series was just practice and getting abused by Mario and his distant cousins. I mean, somewhere along the way, Mario, hero of the Mushroom Kingdom, savior of the princess from Bowser, occasionally locked up giant apes in the forest for seemingly no reason.
I mean, if those apes would stop kidnapping women.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't go to DK
one
for no reason. DK kidnapped Lady.
Yeah, and then left and got sent back to the jungle. And then Mario was like, "Fuck this guy," and went after him in a fucking airplane and put him in a cage.
It was
Nintendo's hero.
You just don't understand. You just weren't. You had to be there. Times were different then. Your grandpa grew up in a different time.
Every Italian locked up giant apes in a cage. It was a rite of passage. Joe LaPesci's father did that himself.
I don't know what you're talking about. Again,
it's Clippy's helper from the mob.
No, he didn't have a mob. Stop bullshitting. There was no mob helper. Cast your vote, Andy or DK Jr.
Oh, man.
This is not
oh my God.
I'm
gonna show it for my old boy. Massacre him if you want, but I'm not gonna do it. DK Jr.
Andy.
Okay, bring it on. Yeah.
I'm sorry, John.
Yep.
Listen,
it's a recurring theme in life. Not even this biggest generally in life.
You just can't get your way.
Never. Never. It's like how you and I are...
Hey, but listen, he did win a Smash Dash matchup against Croc from Croc the Legend of the Gabos. It wasn't a high bar, but he won. And I made you think I was going to vote for Croc. Oh, you were pissed. Until a second pass where you realized I was joking, you were pissed. And I was laughing.
It's a great recurring joke. I mean, you and I are both perpetually single, but I'm perpetually single and also don't get Donkey Kong Jr. in Smash. I'm worse off than you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Man, at least Moo's gonna make us some pizza.
Next matchup. This is an interesting one. I think this one is going to be immediate. There's going to be zero discussion.
Good, because I'm checked out already.
Agumon versus Anubis II.
Oh no.
Agumon. I'm not even going to joke about this.
Yeah, Agumon.
Hold on. What came first for Digimon? Like the game or the show? I actually don't know.
The toy.
Game. The toy. The Tamagotchi thing.
Since if Game & Watch counts and if Rob counts, then Agumon counts.
Yeah, and Mamachi technically.
That's how Jonno convinced me a few years ago. It's like, all right, I hate it, but you're right. Digimon's valid.
That's interesting. I always thought that was like such a gray area. So that's kind of cool to see. He's like actually a gaming character. Like there's been so many Digimon games. Like, geez.
Meanwhile, Geralt is a book character.
It's terrible.
He fucking voted for Anubis the second.
I did not. I said Agumon. I said fuck Anubis.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you don't even know what he can do or where he comes from.
He swings an Ankh staff and shoots out amorphous blobs of magic. That's it. That's what he does.
Yeah.
I've seen I know about these guys the ninja gingerbread man or whatever, and they're all the same. They're just shovelware garbage.
Yep, that's why we did a matchup of Anubis versus Elvis, because it was funny. I was shocked Jonno didn't go for the tiebreaker and vote for Elvis, because it's Elvis.
We were towards the end of the season. I needed peace.
That's fair.
For my soul.
Yeah, which is now something I no longer have, as of about 5 minutes ago. Anyway, what?
Next up is the Hatchling versus 9-volt.
Oh man!
Now, at first glance, I'm with you. I hear you. At first glance, it's what the fuck is Hatchling? Get this shit out of here. But I have a counter argument. It's a fucking dinosaur with a jetpack that can shoot missiles. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's my whole argument.
Yoshi can get a jetpack.
That's all I got.
Yoshi can already get a jetpack and ultimate as an item.
Anybody can have a jetpack and ultimate.
I mean, yeah, the Hatchling is like this flying tank, basically. He's floating around with he's that thing. He's a Pteranodon. He has a sonic scream. He has a grenade that throws out the splinters into different areas. He has his jetpack boosting him around, a heat-seeking missile, an aerial bomb. And he can open a wormhole through space and time as his final smash with laser turrets. And it's almost like if an R-Wing were playable as a dinosaur.
I have no context on that game at all, but that sounds pretty rad.
It's a Kelly Jelly pick. That's all I can say.
Having a Kelly Jelly special is pretty much like having a digital. I lost the joke because I forgot the name of the developer. Is that it? Yeah, close enough. Whoever published the Messenger or that game, the company that does their own directs.
Oh, Devolver Digital.
Devolver. Yeah, having a Kelly Jelly special and having Kelly Jelly submissions on the Smash W site is like having a Devolver Digital direct. They're like, this is very niche, but it's also very entertaining and speaks to the soul in a certain way.
It's also the man that made the Smashtopia direct video.
Yeah, our most viral video, and for good reason. It's cool.
Yeah.
Lister eats gummy worms.
What was
that? Did he have a section about the Hatchling in that direct he did?
Yeah, Hatchling was actually teased in that video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's that, and then I'm sorry. Oh, 9-volt. God.
Yeah, 9-volt. The elementary school student from the WarioWare games who loves old school Nintendo that I made a Smash Show Me moveset for before Ultimate was even announced. Using moves such as a controller lasso, where he'll take out a random Nintendo or wired controller and swing it like a lasso to bring people in, because that sounded fun to me. Especially if hit people with that massive N64 controller. That's gonna hurt. Don't do that.
You should make them have to spin like a mini game like in Mario Party and have the middle of their hand. Like a callus or whatever, hey?
I mean, I envision him very much being like an homage to Nintendo retro Nintendo stuff, and also just like the way I built him was very much going off of the accessories. Like his standard special move is using the Wii Zapper and just being able to fire out projectiles from that. I would do NES Zapper, but Duck Hunt Dog, it's kind of in that territory, so I don't feel it was necessary. Now special is the N64's Rumble Pack that acts like a jetpack. The down special, he summons the fucking Virtual Boy, which will then create an image from one of the Virtual Boy games to do some action. And the final smash is, we were talking about this pre-show, NES Remix.
Yeah, that's cool. I was going to say, that's one of the characters could actually make sense to have like the sprites of like Excitebike come out, or like he summons an Excitebike sprite or Balloon Fighter sprite and they fly across the screen or whatever. Like
that's pretty much what I do for the Final Smash. Is it's a cinematic, but then classic NES era characters in their NES designs would appear to do attacks, including like DK, Mario, but also the Excitebiker, the ice hockey player, Mike Jones, Urban Champion, Starman. Fuck it.
Yeah. If this was our answer to a retro character in the next Smash, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
And for that reason alone, I mean, there's a lot of bias in these choices. It's unavoidable, but Night is a character I'm more familiar with. I love the retro aesthetic. I have to go Night, even though I almost convinced myself for the Hatchling when I was talking about it. Like it is pretty damn. Like the idea is cool.
It's a cool idea.
The reason I had to mention Hatchling right at the beginning before we just immediately dismissed him, because let's be honest, I'm going to immediately dismiss him. But Dinosaur with a jetpack that shoots missiles is fucking cool. I still pick 9-volt, but that's fucking cool.
Hatchling would be OP. He would be like the next Bayonetta.
I think he might be the next Meta Knight.
Yeah, look at him float around. Eric votes Hatchling, a respectable 2-1 win for.
Nope. 9-volt. It's cool to learn about the Hatchling. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have almost redeemed yourselves.
Sorry, Kelly. No Hatchling.
Sorry, Kelly.
There'll be another opportunity for Kelly down the road.
All right, next matchup. We're halfway through round 1. We've got Zero from the Xenoscape franchise.
No, there's Kelly's other chance.
Yes, versus Paper Mario.
Holy crap! Give him a chance of life.
This
holy smoke!
Sucks. Oh my god! I was looking forward to this episode.
Well, if it was Nanosaur versus or the Hatchling versus Zero, maybe it'd be interesting.
Yeah. So
okay, let's give Sorry, what?
Obviously, we all know Paper Mario, Hammer, badges, partners, a lot of comedy in there.
The whole side of the Mario RPG series, basically, like it can be representative of so much.
Yeah, and then there's Zero, who is from a visual novel series where Zero kidnaps 9 people and basically puts them in a death game. It's like, hey, go through these doors.
I think so.
Kinda a little bit, not quite that bad. Third game though, but yeah, there's a little bit. If you don't follow the rules, the watch on your arm will blow up and kill you. So don't break the rules.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I played these games because of Kelly, and it won the second Force Zantok to play a game poll, and it's really fun. I love the mystery stuff and it's escape room shit, which is cool. But it's Paper Mario, right, guys?
Yeah. I will say, as an aside, Zero's moveset, which is on the Smashtopia wiki, go check it out. I think it's genuinely, it may be my favorite moveset Kelly's done. It's very, it takes the very nature of that game and really executes it well. Pun unintended. So go forth and check that out. But yes, of course, Paper Mario is our collective vote.
I want to know how Kelly finds these games. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
By being Kelly.
Games. Kelly plays very different games from us. Sometimes that's good.
All over the map. He's also an amazing gamer. Like he's retained his fine motor skills from elementary school that we've all lost, and summarily kicks our ass at Smash and Splatoon and Mario Kart. I'm like, oh my lord!
We haven't got it against him in Mario Kart. Let's not say he kicks our ass there.
He kicks my ass in Mario Kart.
Okay. Just long as you're honest. All right, next one might be not quite so lopsided. Finally, not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah, the theme of this tournament of champions so far has been it be like that sometimes.
Our next one is Oree from Tim versus
Eric's face. Eric's face.
the Guardian Druid from World of Warcraft.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember why. That episode we did with Gabe about World of Warcraft was a great episode. The discussion flowed really well. I enjoyed it a lot. But I cannot for the life of me remember like the details of the Guardian Druid and why we. Oh, okay, I see the picture now.
Bear.
I know why.
Bear.
Yes, it's a bear. It is a bear. Yes. Okay, it's all coming back to me now. The Nino touch candle, the bear, whoa, it's the World of Warcraft. You're really in it now. Okay, I've got it.
Yeah, Guardian
And then there's
Druids are
Oree.
basically tanks that can turn into a bear specifically, and go in frenzied, and you're basically just a bear. Oree, meanwhile,
You're a bear with
Tim is yet another attempt at Pokemon.
Pokemon ripoff.
Oree is a digital type Tim, which basically man-made constructs. Like it's what Porygon would be,
Or
essentially.
Genesect.
Yeah, sure. That would make sense to me. Instead of being steel, yeah. But then they also have moves that are of the digital type, but also of fire, of wind, of electric. Such things such as mechanical heat, cold breeze, Tesla prison. So that's pretty much their whole thing. And then Tim also has a thing where, because I played a little bit of it, some moves, I don't know if Oree's moves classify this. Oh no, I think one of them is. Like if you have a Tim of a certain element on your team, like out in the field with them, then a move will get stronger and will get extra properties, which is interesting.
Can you guys remind me if like Temtem is like one of those monster catcher games that like Nintendo is fine with, like as a vendor console?
It's on the Switch, yeah.
It's on the Switch. Okay.
There's been no controversy with Temtem. It is very Pokemon. Instead of Pokeballs, you have cards. There's you're not gym leaders, and you're not gym badges, and you're not surf. It is unashamedly Pokemon, but the designs are definitely more unique than Power World.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Power World is like there's no way Nintendo would be like play nice with Power World, no. But like as long as they're on the Switch, like maybe that gives them more credence. I will say for Guardian Druid, like the idea of like the bear is really interesting, like tanking. But I just like but like my thing with like I'm not sure if it's just within like the confines of like what that discussion was, but like there's so many like important named characters in the Warcraft universe that it's just like Guardian Druid, like I don't know.
I think we went. Yeah.
Well, for that episode, we asked our guests for that episode to nominate 2 characters that they would consider for Smash, and then they decided to directly go against picking an established NPC. They decided to pick 2 character classes and specific builds of the Guardian Druid versus the Destruction Warlock. And then in that episode, we decided between the 3 of us to vote for the Guardian Druid. Because the Destruction Warlock is basically this is another spellcaster. But Guardian Druid is just like, here's a fucking bear.
Right. And I think that speaks to. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say they could probably because he can shapeshift it to even more. I'm pretty sure too, but it depends like how. Maybe it's just like classic Warcraft or how far you're going down the expansions, I guess. But yeah, it's primarily a bear sphere.
Yeah.
Right. There's the bear and the cat.
I think other druids have like different transformations, but like Guardian is like very bear focused.
Yeah, tanks. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that speaks to the nature of the Smash or Dash. Like it's not like, oh, what's the most likely? Because obviously that's Jaina or the Lich King. I mean, come on. or the green guy whose name I forgot.
And then when it comes to Oree, the reason why they were picked from Tim. Like I couldn't really find like an established like there wasn't like a Pikachu of Tim necessarily, and their dex is very different from like there's 3 starters, but they're not like your Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. Instead, like you can find the starters in the wild, but there are these like established starters. And Oree is not one of the starters, but they are the starter Pokemon of your rival character.
Oh, that's interesting.
So that way you still have something nominated that's like anybody that played the game would know because they've seen their rival use it.
Right. What? Yeah. I really came on to the idea of Oree over time. I think that was a respectable win. Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember if Oree was the tie in that episode, but no, it was Agumon versus fucking Suezo from Monster Rancher because Lister insisted on fucking voting for Suezo versus Agumon in that episode.
If you can do bullshit with ties, I can too. Go fuck yourself.
That was pretty funny. But Oree's a cool, well-rounded character. I like the digital background for the thing. I mean, it's a palatable intro. It looks like if a Samsung phone came to life. Guardian Druid. Yeah, it's an offbeat pick. I kind of like that Gabe went for like, oh, this is something you can actually play as. And he was a World of Warcraft. He ran like a respectable World of Warcraft podcast for years, so it came from a balanced perspective. And I know nothing about the series, so to have that. So this is a pretty even matchup. Both kind of more offbeat characters that would never happen. But they're cool. They have a lot going for them. Oree has all of those different move capabilities and different things to pull from. Looking at the Guardian Druid's page on the World of Warcraft website, I mean, he has the staff and the polearm and dagger and mace, so he's riding weapons on top of being a fucking bear. And just like almost like Viridi-esque nature magic with vines and sunlight and this and that. So it's neat. They're both neat. So I think that my lean is becoming a little obvious. So I will say Guardian Druid is my vote. Just for it's a bear with nature magic. It's like, oh, that's neat. So you can rip someone apart and then tie them back up again with some vines. Call it a day.
All right.
I definitely agree with the sentiment. It's kind of like two that would never happen, but between the two, I have some Warcraft background, so I'll throw it in for the Guardian Druid. It'll be pretty fun.
And then I'm also going to be voting for the Guardian Druid, based on the notion of like, I'm kind of looking at it as Tim versus World of Warcraft, and it's like, I'll vote for World of Warcraft getting a character.
Yeah, that's true. That's mildly surprising. Only for how you stunned for Temtem in the first match.
I will say I got a more respect for Temtem after hearing you guys talk about it. I almost thought like it sounded like I really dismiss a lot of those like Pokemon clones right away. But if it's on the Switch, it's like like they're playing nice, right?
It's interesting. It's a unique gimmick that does set it apart a little bit. Is that everything is a 2v2. Well, not necessarily 2, but it's double.
Well, Coliseum did that.
So yeah,
I want to play.
But then they also have like the combo stuff. It's like, oh hey, if you use this move while you have a Fire Tim as your ally, this move will change and become more powerful and do different things. And there's also like a stamina system you have to keep aware of while you're using different moves.
That actually might be better than like
a little bit different, where it's not like, oh, you evolve at level 10. It's like, no, you evolve 10 levels after you acquire it.
Yeah.
So if you acquire it at level 95, then it evolves after 10 levels. You're fucked.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing Pokemon like maybe switch up the PP system a bit, because like it almost doesn't really matter, like at least in terms of competitive battling. Like if you have like 8 or 40 PP, right? Like maybe making better moves cost more stamina could be an interesting way to do it. But
yeah, it's like you have your health, but you also have your stamina. And if you have 5 stamina left and this move requires 8, you can use the move, but you're going to be hurting yourself, and then you can't do anything in the next round.
That's interesting.
So risk and reward.
Pokemon could implement that probably at today.
But I could see them doing it in a Legends game. Because in the last Legends game they altered the battle system. I could see them doing something like that in another game like that, but not a mainline title.
The next one. Yeah.
But
yeah, they're not going to deviate the formula.
They won't. Our next matchup is going to be Lip versus the Adventurer from RuneScape.
Someone's Goblin Slayer, if you're on my account.
Goblin Slayer.
Going to the Goblin Village. Just like didn't pay for it, locked in Lumbridge, let's go. Whatever the hell.
That's been one of my headcanon things. It's like, oh, the Goblin Mail can be an item in Smash, and because it can't fit anybody, it just explodes and makes them get damaged. Lip is Jake's thing for sure. That was back in the Smash Advance episode where we did choices from each of you guys.
Yeah.
Like our yeah.
Eric nominated Lynn, and Lynn, I'm sorry, but as you can tell, she didn't win her matchup.
It was Lynn versus Lip, and Lip won.
No, it was Lynn versus Noah from Xenoblade.
Oh, that's respectable-ish.
It got to it. It was a tie. It was a tie.
If it was the adventure, I was about to lose my mind.
But... No, Lip went up against Bomberman, actually.
Wow, won. Wow.
Both tiebreakers. Yeah.
So why is Bomberman in Roster Redux and Lip isn't, guys? What's going on?
What's up with that?
We haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, take out the bias for Jake's bias. I mean, for Panel de Pon, and maybe it's kind of equally matched. I mean, again, they're more obscure characters. Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking realism, I don't think RuneScape has a hell of a chance.
Oh God no.
Lip has a good chance, but this is a discussion of who we would want. Personally, for me, like I do have some bias with RuneScape. I mean, we all played it. It was fun for a time. I eventually gave up because I was just doing the same thing, and I didn't enjoy the combat in the game.
Once you realize that when you hit level 95, you're like halfway there to level 99. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I saw somebody saying actually like last night that 92 is halfway to 99. It's like, God, Jesus.
Oh, the exponential scaling. Hey, that's brutal.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yes, it was. I have that RuneScape bias too. I grew up playing old school RuneScape a lot. I think I leveled up my character to like 75 or something before I gave up. So I put in the time for quite a while. And did the party hats and the Falador and the Scimitar and the giant scorpion and the this and the that and the Lumbridge and the dance and the bank and it's all in here somewhere. It's all a jumble, but I remember it. I remember it partially, and it was fun. And then what was that?
Oh no, go ahead. Do
you have some RuneScape memories too, Eric?
Of course. Well, it was kind of for me. It was like as a younger kid, like the freer version of World of Warcraft, like where you kind of like the idea of like a internet digital world is like so appealing, but you can't really afford a subscription. You're like literally in grade school. But like RuneScape are just like the bomb. It's just like, oh my god, like those are real people. Look at his armor. Just that's definitely a nostalgia piece for me too.
Everybody asking for gold.
Looking for GF.
Brief sidebar.
But Lip,
I just looked in the chat and I saw the link, Jonno, that you posted for the equipment for Adol. Those anchors aren't Adols. Those are listed under another character. Those belong to Sahad Nautilus. You idiot.
Well, I remember Sahad now.
Violet
uses Edelgard, the
Adol doesn't use
weapon,
he just uses swords. That's another character that uses rapiers. Another one that has guns. Somebody else has maces. No, he's just swords.
He's already dead.
Noah uses other characters' moves too in our Smashtopian move set.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
Violet uses other characters' weapons and can smash.
And there's not a reason for that.
No, there's not. I hate it. And maybe we'll revisit Sahad one day for Smashtopia or something.
What? Oh no.
We kind of derailed your conversation, or John. What do you want to?
I mean, Lip is, but the appealing thing about Lip though is that she's a concentrated idea. The adventurer is all over the place with what you can do with them, which is a benefit and kind of a con. where it's like, there are all of these different magic types and all these different weapons and et cetera that you can use. Lip is a concentrated idea, very different from a adventuring knight, basically, where she has the ability to summon these puzzle pieces and use her lipstick and use the power of the other like magical girl fairies in the game. It's like a very like aesthetically pleasing design. So there's definitely, I mean, again, there's warrant for her as well.
And she has an item, right? Like the lipstick is her item.
Yeah, it's based off of her flower scepter.
Yeah, so in some cases I can see she'd be like the more grounded choice because like that could happen. She could be in Smash one day.
Yeah, if we're going with realism, I probably would go with Lip. But if we're going by heart, the adventurer.
Yeah. What say you? Okay. Lock it in. What say you, Zantok?
I'm going Lip. I'm not excited by RuneScape character smash. Like, I'm not saying it would be bad, but in my mind, when I did RuneScape, I did the classic chop down tree, make fire in a whole big line, go to the dwarven mines, mine, smith, just do that in a loop. Yeah,
and that's part. I think that's part of the appeal.
We have a puzzle character, and I think that'd be fun to do. I think she'd be a good choice for it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of nature magic in there as well. I'd like to see it.
Okay.
I want to see the adventures like janky animations in Smash, like doing like the home teleport. But Lip
this is what I meant by
a realistic pick.
Yeah, this is what I mean by it's more evenly matched because I'm again at the same headway. It's like I know what the logical choice is. I know what that is, and I agree. Like Smash does not have a puzzle character in and of itself that's very appealing. The aesthetic, the nature, magical girl thing is also very appealing. It's a great aesthetic all around. But then it's like, what do you do with the nature of Smash Bros. Being what we said from the very inception of this leg of Super Cash Brothers? Vote with your, it's a up and down. It's an ebb and a flow. You kind of shift your voting parameters per character in that moment, and that's kind of what you're guided to do. What they insist on you doing, because this is absolutely like Zantok and I, and our guests, saying like, "Oh, this is our biased choice." That's the whole point. So if we're operating within the parameters of that, this is weird. I have to vote for the adventure.
Yeah, I already filled it on the thing. It's like I can tell where this conversation is going.
Yeah, and I kind of hate it. I kind of hate it. I'm like, whoa, I'm like what? But that's where we're at. I mean, casual revenge, I suppose, for the apes of the jungle. One vote at a time. Chaos. The chaos has been. Okay, but the tinderbox as a down special would be pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right. Well, next up, our last matchup for round one.
Yeah.
Noah from Xenoblade 3 versus Phosphora from Kid Icarus Uprising.
Oh, that's
so
okay.
We have a basic sword boy versus a lightning girl.
That's funny that you put it that way.
I did put it that way intentionally.
Because Noah has a lot. Noah has a lot.
It honestly depends on what they would do with him, because I could easily see them just going the simplified, you're just the sword fighter class, which is basically like, okay, so you're Shulk again. Because Noah does fight very similarly to Shulk and to Rex to a lesser degree. But there's also the class changing system. But even though like we talk about a lot on the show about like, oh, this character has all these weapons and all these techniques, Smash typically likes to simplify them to their bases. And so I fear that they would do that to Noah.
I fear it too. I would fear it more if Xenoblade 3 did not force you to class change at a certain point. Like when you start learning, like, oh, I can class change. They're like, yeah. And now we're going to make you do it.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
such
think they started out with just forcing Noah and Mio to switch into each other's classes.
Yeah. So there's a world where Noah could potentially have chakrams in his moveset to refer back to that at the very least. I would prefer Mio in that case to be a playable character, just optics, and just kind of more of an interesting character here, like Smash. But here, just assuming that Noah has these things available to him, the Comet Mallet, the Mondos, the Veiled Sword, and Lucky Seven, of course, being his primary stuff, but having all of these different weapons and potential, the turret and shield. There's a lot there. Who was his opponent again?
Oh, Phosphora.
Oh yeah, Phosphora.
Like what? My hands hurt.
Oh what?
Her game makes my hands hurt.
Oh, okay, her game.
Now,
oh my
Flamezone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we were all going the same direction with that.
Prior history makes it too easy. Anyway.
Sorry.
Again, she's a concentrated character. So if you want a character that is, can zip around and zap people, and that's her thing, it's not a bad choice.
And to her defense too.
Yeah. She would be a good. I would like to play as her if she were in that fits my playstyle. It would be cool. But yeah, this is not bad. So my vote is for Noah. Let's leave no crumbs. It is no, obviously. But what's the you guys?
Selling Phosphora, man.
I'll pick Phosphora. I think it's a fruitless endeavor, but I'll pick her.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta be serious. I'm going Noah.
I know. I haven't actually played Xeno 3, but I love Xeno 1. And Noah is the main character of the whole game, right?
Yeah, of Xeno 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's 51-49 Noah Mio. In all honesty, they're both incredible.
I don't know Mio
is a slight nudge.
Mio.
You would like Mio.
Mio, M-I-O.
That's a good drink. It's a good thing you put in your water.
What?
Yeah, a Mio is a liquid beverage mix owned by Kraft Heinz.
I'm sorry.
By Kraft Heinz. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, the ketchup people. Nice.
Mio. A cat lady. Nice.
Yes.
So a little bit of Xenoblade 2 in there. Let's go.
There's a whole thing. There's a whole thing about that. Yeah. What Xenoblade 3 is an amazing game. It is.
I do want to get through them. Yeah, and there's not and I think it's the trajectory of them having Shulk, having Paramithra. There's no real reason why they wouldn't have something for 3 too.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's between Noah, Mio, and Console J.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mwamba.
Mwamba, yeah.
How could I forget my own joke?
Oh, I can't say it because that's a spoiler for Flamezone.
I'll take my headphones off.
It's between Noah, Mio, and Daddy Rex.
Oh, here's laughing.
Yeah.
It's
got muscles.
It's a DLC expansion character.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, that was good. Okay, let's.
All right, round 2. We're down to only 8 characters left. Let's get through this. It should be a little bit faster now. So next match.
They're better characters.
Well, next matchup is Duster versus Andy.
Oh, you're right. This is going to be faster. So I'm going to vote for Duster because he didn't beat Donkey Kong Jr.
That's great rationale.
Going to vote for Andy because it's an unrepresented game, and I think an engineer would be fun to have. Toss some wrenches, my boys.
Probably would be. No, I voted for Andy too. What are you talking about?
Flamezone,
Okay.
I couldn't
Yeah.
hear. Were you voting? Because I didn't hear anything.
Oh yeah, I said
Yes.
Andy.
Oh, okay. Jonno, were you saying Andy or were you?
Andy is my series. Whoops.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the face of Advance Wars, like the whole Nintendo Wars is a series versus a side character in an unreleased from Japan niche franchise. Technically,
Yeah.
this.
Oh, Reggie.
It is what it is.
All
What
right.
Joe Lepescu says.
Next up is Agumon versus 9-volt.
Ooh, that's not clear to me right away, to be honest.
I'm voting for 9-volt because I really don't have much not I wouldn't say I'm not like that I don't give a shit about Digimon, but I have no attachment to Digimon. And meanwhile,
I'm gonna vote.
I
Yeah,
like the idea of 9-volt and he's fun to me.
I like the idea of 9-volt too, and I would like him to be playable. But I'm gonna go for Agumon. Because Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Digimon are the champions. Yeah.
Yeah. And just having this
Change
character
into digital champions too.
to a degree. No, I'm happy you brought that up. What a beautiful song. To a degree, I mean, there was that initial charge, which was like, oh, Digimon versus Pokemon, blah 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 blah. It's like a mini Sonic and Mario for a little while there. If it's giving Bandai the Bandai Center Namco Bandai a representative, which it's not going to be Optimus Prime, so your options are fairly limited. It's like Digimon or Tamagotchi, and I think the answer is clear between these two. And then you have this character who's representative of Digimon as a whole, who has the potential to Digivolve and have these more Greymon and et cetera, these other forms that make him more of a tank and could be a final smash or a stance change or a transformation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't workshopped the idea of how this character would work in Smash with the Digivolution, which I think will be essential to the character. But it also kind of paints why I would vote for it. I think that's interesting.
Yeah. Could be kind of like if he loses a stock, maybe Digivolves to the next stage or something, or like or inverse where he goes down or devolves. Between I guess it's a tiebreaker then, hey?
I think it's a meter mechanic, and then Final Smash skips several stages.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So this is tricky, like because it's like the Nintendo rep versus third party. Agumon would be third party, obviously.
Yeah, Agumon would be Bandai Namco.
Yeah. It's just like 9-volt's really cool. It's definitely my favorite mini games of the WarioWare series.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if it would actually be my WarioWare pick though for a playable character, which is odd. I almost would like lean towards Mona.
Okay.
And like Agumon, John brought up some good points there too, where it's kind of like the mini rivalry with like Pikachu versus Agumon is kind of cool to see, and then Digimon's a legitimate gaming franchise, and like the relevance of Agumon to Digimon is like leagues from like 9-volt's relevance, in my opinion.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go Agumon.
All right.
My boy. You're really making some steps in the right direction after, earlier.
Except for Donkey Kong Jr., where just massacred him.
Let me just drop you some knowledge here. Every time this season where Jonno has been on the losing end of something DK Jr. related, he has not let it go. It has persisted. You are on his shit list for eternity now.
Oh no! I ruined everything.
No. I worked that out in therapy.
And well, get the therapy quick. All right.
Rev up for roster redux.
Next matchup is
I'm gonna watch it soon.
Paper Mario versus the Guardian Druid.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Gabriel.
voting Paper Mario.
If it was a named character from Warcraft, maybe. If it was like the Lich King. But Guardian Druid versus Paper Mario. It's Paper Mario. Like I love Warcraft.
If it's for paper,
like,
yeah. If it's for Paper Mario from the Sticker Star era, I'd be like, "Fuck you! Let's go with the bear thing."
Honestly, I would too.
Yeah.
Oh god, but no, Paper Mario. Good lord.
And like Mario RPG is actually like a really big part of the Mario like echelon or whatever, and like it's not represented well, right? And like there's like Mario using a hammer is like not really a thing, but like Mario and Luigi do it, and Paper Mario does it, and Mario RPG does it, and like I think Paper Mario would be like the Mario RPG rep that could bring in a lot of those elements. So.
Definitely.
Great choice.
You are forgetting about Prince Peasley.
I am.
Yeah, that's clearly the Mario RPG pick. Prince Peasley.
Oh no! About Culex, Chuck Quizmo.
Who's
Beardovich?
Fawful, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he has Fury. Oh look at
Midness, there we go. Bring him back.
You forgot you. Anyway.
All right, next up we have the RuneScape Adventurer versus Noah.
Okay. I should have never played Xenoblade 3. I'm just going to give it to the Adventurer. No, I was kidding. Just kidding. Hold on.
I gotta go Noah.
Listen, is there any way we can spin this, John? I don't think we can spin this one. I don't think so.
He has to make a decision, and no matter what,
between reality and dreams.
Oh brother, what do I want to do?
I haven't even played it, but I feel like
going into our final four here.
Yeah.
After this. Oh, okay. So our winner is Paper Mario. There's I don't know if you're getting matchups already. My dad.
Andy and Agumon, Paper Mario, and whoever wins here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give the character that I feel has more of a fighting chance to make it into the round following. For that reason, I'm voting for the Adventurer.
I knew it.
Oh my god.
There's been a few times where like I pre-fill in 2 votes here, 1 vote here, because like I know exactly what is going to happen here.
Oh my god.
All right, we have a top 4.
Oh man.
Semi-finals.
Wait, I was joking about the Adventurer. Oh, okay, well, that's fine.
Were you joking about the Adventurer?
Nah, let's go.
Yeah, we gotta be careful saying joke votes here.
Okay. It was like it was definitely a pick from the heart. I will say. How about that?
Okay.
Just like
hey, this is Smash Tradition. That's how this works.
Okay.
All right, semifinals, top 4. Let's go. First matchup is Andy versus Agumon. I'm voting for Andy.
This is actually not clear.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this for you, Eric, because I'm voting Agumon.
Seriously, right away?
Yeah, this is where the table played.
I never watched Digimon. It was never my thing. But granted, I never played Advance Wars either. But the idea of Andy in an Advance Wars type of fighter is much more appealing to me than Digimon, which is a lot more nebulous and like even trying to figure out like how they would work. It's like I don't have a good handle on that. But Andy makes sense to me.
I like them both. This is tough in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
It's like if Agumon was any other Digimon that was like more irrelevant, I don't think he would even made it this far.
No.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're saying Agumon wouldn't make it this far?
No.
That's just an
example.
I know it exists. That's all I know.
Oh god, I don't want to know how you know it exists.
Because of Moo.
Oh gosh. But the thing with the Digimon is like Agumon is so much more than just like his first form. Like there's like the multi-form evolution thing, and like that like storied history of rivalry with like Pokemon. Digimon has a shit pile of games too, like themselves. So I guess that's why like I'm not like writing him off, but like also Andy in Advance Wars doesn't have representation yet. He's an assist trophy, and like he's got a remake.
He's not an assist trophy. His army is the assist trophy, sure. Or not even his army. Sure, generic army units that look like his army.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like some amount of representation already in Smash, and like, his relevance has never been better. I'm gonna go with Agumon.
Figured.
I saw him writing.
People. I know you people.
I know, yeah.
I knew how these matchups were going to go. I don't think there's been a single surprise yet. Next up, Paper Mario versus the RuneScape Adventurer. Argue this one now, motherfucker.
Oh, brother.
John, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it, John. I really don't.
Paper fucking Mario.
You don't know if you can do it. Remember your path. Call into your heart and unveil the truth.
I don't
do what is right.
Jonno, nobody can understand what you're saying.
Oh.
You are speaking into your hands.
Call to your heart, Eric. Do what is right. Feel into your soul and remember. Although I don't know who I'm voting for. Actually, I kind of do, but you can go ahead.
You're gonna make him go through the torture before letting him know what if he doesn't have to or not.
Yes, only because he voted last the last one, so I'll go ahead and vote last here.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. This is actually, I listen. If you're talking from the heart, I actually have to say Paper Mario has a bigger place in my heart than RuneScape, and I gotta go Paper Mario. I'm so sorry.
Why? I'm voting for Paper Mario too.
Yeah, true. I didn't make you do it for nothing. Come on. I mean, it's Paper Mario, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Before we can get to our final match, we got to get to the bronze. Our third place matchup is between Andy, the RuneScape Adventurer.
The Adventurer.
Andy.
Guys, come on. There's only so much I can take. I'll give it to the Adventurer, though, for the third place.
All right, and now
right
the matchup that actually matters. Here it is. The end of it all. Agumon versus Paper Mario.
I'm surprised myself with how far Agumon got.
Oh man.
Yeah,
this is truly a tournament of champions. I think two of the more sensible choices and two of the most notable choices have made it to the very end. This is not a surprise to me.
Yeah, I actually envisioned Noah versus Paper Mario at the end, but
could have been. But someone had to throw it.
Impossible because they were in the same half of the bracket.
Yeah. So here we are. Who's it gonna be, boys? I know Zantok's steak. I mean,
do you?
I can't I don't know.
Enlighten us. I mean, where are our mindsets at for this final match?
Big man.
Excellent. I vote Donkey Kong Jr.
Illegal. This is the last time Donkey Kong Jr. Well, I can't say that. No more. Fuck.
Wamba.
Donkey Kong Jr. is dead in terms of Dash.
Who would win Donkey Kong Jr. versus Wamba?
Donkey Kong Jr.
We should do that.
Donkey Kong Jr. would win over Moamba.
Yeah, I can't even front on that one. DK Jr.
Oh, you sure? You can't even front on that one because you actually support DK Jr. That's not something you can really go with. It's got to be something that would be more of a challenge, something you're not caring about.
I support Wamba and his family and his need to retire.
What family?
The one that he has in Colony 9.
He doesn't have a family.
His chosen family.
That's not
The
how
the people that he makes life
Flamezone.
work in
What do you
the
think
city.
about Agumon and Paper Mario? Bringing it back.
I want to hear John.
They're both great characters.
Jonno, Agumon, Paper Mario.
It's not as easy as it looks, to be honest.
Yeah,
Agumon is the most relevant Digimon. Like, there's a lot of potential there. Like, they have a history on Nintendo platforms too, and they have a long history. It's like it's like a Pokemon never got a rep for a long time. It's like, sure, they're not as relevant as it used to be, but like it was like so relevant back then, right? I don't know.
They are still relevant. They're still. I think that there's an anime. If there's not, they still have multiple games released on all the platforms.
Mm-hmm. And like the thing is too,
yeah.
And oftentimes the covers still have Agumon. Like that's still like a Digimon they continually use in everything.
Yeah, I think that this is a good matchup because you have the Digimon that is constantly the one that they return to the watering hole to be like, okay, let's bring you back out for another promo run. I mean, he is effectively the mascot.
The Pikachu of
there's
Digimon.
Not,
yeah, easily.
There's not. It's not.
Both
it's
the
not
Pikachu and the Charmander.
Yeah,
right,
literally, yeah.
Right. Like they don't necessarily say it like Pokemon does, but yeah, he's that. And then Paper Mario. I mean, Agumon is the main character of Digimon. Okay, Paper Mario is the main character of Paper Mario.
And
so
he's essentially the symbol of Mario RPGs.
Yeah, and sliding back into it too. This is a character. We are in a good era for Paper Mario now. We have eviscerated the darkness, at least for a time. Had the 1,000-Year Door return to the Switch. So we're no longer having to deal with what if Paper Mario is going to use a giant fan and stickers and a color splash hammer and generic Toads. So
paintbrush.
Yeah, and the 1,000-fold arms and the this and the that from these ill-fated. It took them 3 games and a decade to be like, oh, people like our games for a totally different reason.
Yeah, it's like they literally, like all it was an aesthetic and like some minor interaction, like a paper airplane. But they're like, oh, people like Paper Mario for the arts and crafts mechanics, right? It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, they're nice, but unfortunately, they did come out with the numbers recently. The 1,000-Year Door remake did sell less than Origami King, but counterpoint to that, one, not everybody likes a platformer is easier to jump into than an RPG full on, and 2, it's a remake. A lot of people don't buy remakes when they played the original because they played the original or they still have it.
And 3, this is towards the end of the life cycle for a system. Yeah. And it was negligible. It was in the couple tens of thousands, I think, or like 100, maybe 100,000 or 2. It wasn't like a big difference, if I recall.
I don't know.
So there's hope. I would rather have no Paper Mario ever again than go back to fucking Sticker Star. Oh my god.
The next game, Sticker Star Remastered.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? There was a time when I would not be surprised.
That would be having negative sales.
I wish.
I wish not buy it.
No.
I don't care how much they fix. That game is unfixable.
The only thing that's good about it is Pharaoh Yoshi. Anyway, he goes.
It's quite rare to make an RPG that actively punishes you for like getting into wild encounters. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like they're already bad enough, and then you literally are trying to avoid them at all costs.
But then you think about Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door and Super Paper Mario even. and what you can take from those games, the badges, the abilities, the partners. There's a lot, and I think Eric was right earlier saying that Paper Mario is indicative of all of the Mario RPGs. Like if you were to have one Mario RPG character represent on everything, as much as I would like to say Gino, it would be Paper Mario. So there is a legacy to consider, and that is now current again because the 1,000-Year Door is the most recent game. Hooray! And then Agumon for the previous points he made is a good contender. The face of that franchise, the history of the franchise, the rivalry of the Pokemon, the multiple games released per generation, cross-platform, being the Charmander, the Pikachu, the Digivolution. So I could see why someone would vote for Agumon even against Paper Mario.
Are you that someone, John?
I'm not that someone.
I know. I'm also Paper Mario.
Paper Mario. Let's fucking go.
Paper Mario.
Agumon. What?
Yeah. Okay. So Eric and I voted for Agumon.
Yeah.
Got to be careful about those joke votes.
No, but really though, like you had a well established rationale for Paper Mario, and like it is closer than it looks, but like my genuine vote is for Paper Mario. Like the face of Mario RPG series makes sense on a Nintendo platform. The relevance of Paper Mario versus Agumon right now, I think, favors Paper Mario 2 first party, and there's so much to draw from too. Like in terms of moveset potential, I think Agumon made it as far as he did just because I can really envision like something really cool with his evolutions too. But Paper Mario gets it for me.
Jonno?
Besides earlier transgressions, I have to say this is probably the easiest Farmville Champions we've gone through. Like just the flow of it. I feel unstressed after the episode, which is a miracle. So
Donkey Kong Jr. versus Agumon.
You're pitting.
You're stressed now, motherfucker.
Oh no. No. Hey, the answer's clear there. Oh, you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Agumon.
Okay. Against Donkey Kong Jr. or against Paper Mario?
Wait, what?
What?
I don't know what's going on.
Who are you voting for against Agumon or Paper Mario?
Oh, Paper Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we established that. Yeah, he's the winner.
I had to make sure when it's you. Yeah.
Good times. It's almost boring having such a sensible choice in a gear full of Anubis IIs and Clippies and Guardian Druids and Orees.
But it's always been a sensible choice in the end.
Unfortunately. Tony Hawk.
Yeah, imagine you're reading through like the history. You're like, oh yeah, then a Sly Cooper, Clippy. It's just like, oh, what the hell? That one.
It's like Game FAQs when they used to do their best gaming character or best video game polls, best game ever. In 1 year, the best game character one, the fucking L Block from Tetris had like this massive troll support and made it to the top 4. I'm just like, this is bullshit. We all know this is bullshit.
Tripping a T block.
Oh, that was a long time ago now. But yeah, that was great. There you go, Paper Mario. Paper Mario is now in a treasured hall.
Go read my Smashtopia moveset about him that I made before Ultimate was the thing.
Okay. Sticker star. Good times.
There's no sticker star. It is very 1,000-year Door.
Hooray. Yeah, so he's going up against Midnight. He's going up against Phoenix Wright, Dante.
Oh yeah.
Sly Cooper.
You guys doing like a tournament of champions of the tournament of champions later, aren't you? Like in a couple of seasons or something?
I want to. That'll be season 8 is when we would do that if we did this sort of thing, because then we'd have 8 winners.
Wait, who's that out loud? If you can cut, are you gonna cut that out, or is that something
No,
that's already talked
we've
about?
actually teased that once or twice before.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's written down in the planning documents under year 8, episode 216, Smasher Dash, Tournament of Champions 8, and Ultimate Tournament of Champions 1. Because then, season 16 will be the last 8 wins.
That would be a tough one, to actually go through that. Like, you probably a lot of tension. But
Midna, Phoenix Wright, Dante, like Paper Mario. I honestly don't. I know like which one of those 5s I probably wouldn't be voting for in the end, but a few of them just like, ooh, God, oh boy. But what's going to be really weird is if we didn't get the next Smash game and they're just like, all right, in the next Smash game we are adding in Dante and Phoenix Wright and Paper Mario. It's like, shit.
They go down the list. And in Super Smash Bros. 6, we have Midna, Phoenix Wright, Dante, Sly Cooper, and Paper Mario.
Like,
Clippy.
And Clippy. And Tony Hawk riding Clippy like a skateboard.
I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I wonder how that'll all go.
That'd be a win.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sly Cooper, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no world where
confusing but
is
amazing.
Like the Sony character pick, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it's not a nothing, but it would kind of be like if Fox were the character pick for PlayStation Ultra Battle Royale or something.
Yeah, it's like
you feel like what?
Okay.
Here we are.
Yeah, if they ever did do like a Sony rep, it probably would be like a Crash Bandicoot, like because just for that history, like and it's kind of adjacent and easier to actually execute on, or like Kratos, or like just how relevant that series is right now.
Kratos,
like you guys are saying, Sony's
not playing nice. Marvel Spider-Man.
And you would be so mad and so happy at the same time.
That would be sweet.
Imagine that's the gateway. It's the gateway to Mickey Mouse. Oh man,
Mickey Mouse. Wait, you mean in our Disney's Kingdom Clash episode that we did 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
That Flamezone doesn't know about because it hasn't aired yet by the time of recording.
He does know about that.
I love that episode. That's such a great episode.
It was your favorite episode, right? Who was your favorite character that I chose?
Sleeping Beauty.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
The gargoyles.
I wanted to. I mentioned Goliath. I talked about Goliath. I was like, if I had more slots for the Disney TV section, I wanted to include Goliath, but I didn't have enough slots.
Sleeping Beauty versus Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, that's a tough one.
In Smash? Because I will always vote against Fourth Party.
Oh, we'll call that a win. DK Jr., everyone.
Yay!
A season well fought. Oh,
man.
Jonno
doesn't have to call his therapist now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the last traditional episode of this season. A week from now will be the final episode in our roster redux project, where we are taking things one step forward, where last time we had a new Smash roster for Smash Ultimate on the Switch, but now we're looking to the next gen. What game would be after that? And the roster size is jumping from 100 characters to 128, and it's like an 11-hour episode. I'm so sorry. We went through pain to record it. There was 4 different recording sessions that we did. It was a lot. Yeah. So hopefully you like that stuff because we put in the effort.
We do it for you.
We do
you guys have us. Do you guys have 4 separate intros throughout the episode? Like, you just
no, we just
continue it on
together.
Okay. Oh no! When it releases, it'll be over 11 hours long, and people can just listen to it on their favorite audio of choice. You can drive Flamezone. You can drive to Zantok's house, and during that time, listen to the full episode.
All right, I gotta check and see if that's accurate. Flamezone, how accurate do you want to say where you live here on camera?
It's all good.
I'm looking at it now. It's 20 hours.
Okay, so you would be able to watch the whole thing. And the episode beforehand, because the episode beforehand is 9 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
there you go. Marathon.
There you go.
I get there and like, yeah, I'm sick of your voice now. I'm gonna leave.
Fair. That's fair. You would get there and you'd be like, I've been listening to you for 20 hours. I've changed my mind about this vacation trip. I'm gonna go. It's like valid.
There's Canada. There's just like so much space in those provinces because Eric's place to mine is Eric's place to mine is 28 hours.
It's fake.
There's only a 9-hour difference. Weird.
Canadians
I can drive across my city within half an hour, and it's just like you can go anywhere in the city within half an hour. And like I've been to Toronto and stuff, and it's just not possible. Like it's like hours. Commute to be 45 minutes plus, right? Or like hours too, and it's just not. It's nice to have space.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at like Ontario. That province is hyper massive. It's like the size of a third of the entire United States. My God,
it's like our only like United States. It's like our only like province that's mostly like a state. I would say like just in terms of
there's a lot of forestry out in Canada.
Yep,
nice.
Like even like the north half of my province, like Saskatchewan, is like almost uninhabitable. Or like you can go like further north, like Northwest Territories. Like I don't know who would want to live out there, to be honest.
Well, let's all move up to let's all get up there one day. We can go to Tucson, visit the war recreation.
Well, yeah, coming to my neck of the woods would be fun. If you go to Yukon, you can actually.
He's trying to end the episode so bad. It is so funny.
You guys are just talking about Saskatchewan and whatever. It's like I'm sure the viewers would love to get the outro.
No.
They're very interested in Canada.
I also want to mention that our next regular episode to start off season 6, because we divide things up in seasons, but we don't take no fucking breaks to our chagrin. The first on topic of season 6 is going to be also about roster redux. We're going to be reflecting on it, talking about the project, discussing moments, characters. Because the fun thing about it is that the last episode of Roster Redux will be uploading late October. But Jonno and I were recording it all like pretty well in advance. And the last recording session of that episode was done in February of 2024. So 8 months before, about 6 months to go for us. 8 months before that episode actually goes live. So it's going to be quite a bit of time for us. Yeah. It's like for viewers, it'll be like no time has passed since we had just talked about it. But for us, it will be over a half a year ago. So we get some nice reflection time and get to have a little chat about the whole project.
Yeah.
It's my personal favorite series you guys have done. Like I'm following like religiously almost, just because it's like, oh, what's going to happen?
if we did one for PlayStation or Xbox, would you join us?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. It won't be next season because Jonno will kill me. But I would like to do those
Junior versus
eventually.
Yes.
So would you ever? So would it be from a perspective of a third-party character from Nintendo and like on a PlayStation console, for example?
That is theoretically possible. Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool to think about, eh?
Yeah.
We'll see about it in 3 years, maybe. We got to get some type of shit because, again, Jonno will kill me, and the viewers will if I don't end the episode right here. Goodbye, everyone.
See ya.
Wamba.